Looked blurry. There we are. Live. It's live time.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
I get confused between what we're looking at and what is looking at us.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Here's the camera.
Right. Tutorial.
There's the things. What's up, everybody? Josh, Finn, Brian,
Moderators.
Andrew, Photo Foray, Josh Pavano. We're back.
Yep.
Philip, Pokey and the Sunshine, Wanderlust
From
Industries.
Australia.
What page is it? Charday, INGAF. Modern Day Tech. Everyone's here. Literally all the people have just come, have just joined. Yeah, we just thought we would go ahead and do another one of these since it's been like a month.
Too long.
You know what I'm saying? Way too long.
We totally forgot last week.
It's funny.
I woke up Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
And it like just came to my mind. Like, today's Wednesday.
Right.
I was like, Cody, do you know what we forgot to do last night?
Yeah.
Like, totally forgot about it. That doesn't usually happen.
Andrew, we're doing great. Just got back from New York City yesterday.
Which is why we moved it to today.
Yeah. But yeah, today was a good long day of hard work. Can't ask for anything more. You know what I'm saying? Boy, Judith. Everybody, what's up?
We are having some hot tea. I actually just took too much too fast.
This
so
is
my
tea.
eyes are... We like cinnamon apple tea, so we are...
Josh asked if you're ready for the one wheel pint.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I'm super curious about it.
Josh Haynes ordered one, and then he canceled the order and just got the XR immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, I'm just go big or go home. That's what he said.
Right.
Plus, you get it right away. Like, it's so hard to wait for anything.
It's really hard. Yeah. Like Cody and I were saying, like, you know, it's smaller. The wheel's smaller.
Mm-hmm.
The board itself is smaller. So, like, questioning just like how the balance would be, like, it might not be as stable feeling. So, like, Cody could zip around on that, but I might prefer the bigger one.
I don't think so.
I want to like the little one.
Yeah.
The little and the big. The pint.
The pint and the gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants one, Judith. Everybody does. Totally agree.
I like that they come in colors too. That's fun.
Yeah.
It's always hard for me to pick a color though. Like to commit to a color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I commit to colors every single day. It's just they're always black. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just the range. Like if you live in a city where most of your stuff, you know, is within like a mile radius, then I think the pine is like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to like cruise for like 12 miles, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's a whole different ball game.
Apples and oranges.
Pokey, the only time that bigger is not better is when you do run out of battery and you have to carry that beast, which that like happens to me almost every time I go to New York. It happened this last time.
Oh yeah.
Because I rode from Willie's office 4 miles up to breakfast with Ramina. Then like was probably like a quarter mile to the one wheel place, then Starbucks, then back to the one wheel place, then back down to Willie's office. I was at like 10%.
Is that
I could
when you
like
lost
feel
it?
it struggling.
Yeah.
So then I had to carry it like what felt like forever. Because I mean it's 35 pounds, whereas
really
I think
heavy.
the pine is only 23 pounds. And it has like a handle, which I could install a handle on mine, but it has a handle that makes it like way more ergonomic to carry, like more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the one time that bigger is not better, when you are tired and your hand's tired. Emilio, great to see you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of those things I enjoy the most, You stopped everyday vlogging. It's that you have more time to spend with Amber and your family.
I love that. Too.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
Thanks. I would break a hip for sure on one, Lucky says. Lucky, I don't think it's for you then, dude.
It's surprisingly, I feel like, different than, like, I don't know how to describe it, but I enjoy doing it. I go very slow.
Yeah.
So like the speed, the mile per hour thing on the pine, I'm like,
Right.
I wouldn't even get close to that.
Right.
I just take my time going around our little development, and I just love it. You're like just floating. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of about balance, but you figure it out. Just like you do everything else once you take some time practicing it. Josh says, have I turned into Cody?
Yeah, GH5 and a one wheel.
Yeah.
One wheel XR.
Not until you're manually focusing.
Right. Right. Yeah, dude. What lens are you using on that thing?
Jared asked, how's the pint with Hills?
It's got like the same torque as the Plus. So great. Yeah, and if you watch Jesse's video, speaking of torque, Jesse was on his XR and he was racing. Who was that? I'm forgetting his name.
Ben?
Mud.
No.
Jack. He was racing Jack in that warehouse, and Jack won on the pint. So, I mean, who knows where the batters were at, all that stuff, but I'm just saying. Just saying. Sigma 18 to 35 all manual focus. But the autofocus works on that, doesn't it? Whatever, we don't have to talk about it. Wouldn't say just me though. GH5 autofocus is not good. That is true. Did I miss any questions? Did I say anything?
So.
Yeah.
Do you guys have questions for us? For Cody?
Any questions?
For me? What do you want to talk about?
6 miles into York City, Rob says, taking the trail. You then charge while I get some drinks and then ride back home. Exactly.
There you go.
Plus, the charger for the Pine is like way smaller than the one for the XR, so it'd be even easier to carry it in your bag. Fast charge. Exactly, dude. Exactly. When is Amber vlogging? Everyone asks you.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be a surprise.
And then it'll just drop
Just
and
keep
you'll all be
following our
like,
channel.
oh, snap. Right.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like,
Right.
comment, share.
All the things.
Yeah, Instagram and what was it? Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Being down. Crazy.
Also, WhatsApp.
WhatsApp was down, yeah, because that's
WhatsApp.
owned by Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
What's going on in San Diego?
Social media marketing world. I'm speaking at Social Media Marketing World.
Yeah, so if you have any contacts in San Diego.
If anybody knows someone in San Diego,
who
I would
lives
like
there.
to stay with them.
Yes. That would be
You
helpful.
guys come to the UK. Good question. Hopefully
Mhm.
soon. Aziz, what have
I
you
went
done to
Facebook.
Facebook? What do you think, Eric Wen
Hey,
just
Eric.
pops in with a dope question?
Ugh.
What do you think about going all in one or two things versus going all in on a lot of things? I find that it's hard to juggle the all in mindset with videography and YouTube at the same time. But my business momentum suffers when I focus on YouTube and vice versa.
Mhm.
YouTube and Twitter all the way, Philip. That's right. Yeah, dude, that's interesting. I mean, they are definitely different mindsets, especially because you aren't using your YouTube to really try to push or like build your business. You know what I mean? so I understand how there are different mindsets and like you're addressing different audiences and like you probably act differently when you're even interacting with clients than how you interact with us on your YouTube videos. Um, I I think like specifically for you, it would probably be best to consider yourself all in on client work, all in on videography. You know what I mean? All in on building your video production business. But like slate yourself or a pretend version of yourself into that whole calendar and like produce videos that are in your niche that are on target for how you want to grow your channel. You know, weekly or whatever you decide, like bi-weekly or once a month or whatever it is, and like and treat those videos like client work, you know, and give yourself that sort of kind of
Value.
yeah, right, value. Because to be honest, and like I've been every video idea that I've been coming up with lately is about this, but it's like building your personal brand is one of the most valuable things you can invest in, and that storytelling skill, like all of that stuff. So like you really are your own most valuable client. And so I don't know if thinking of it like that will help or not. But I'm feeling like you just treat them so differently that it's hard to kind of combine it in your head and like make it feel like you're all in on one thing, but maybe you can clarify a little bit more. Casey's video on social media put out today was really good. Yeah, I didn't watch that yet, but I heard that it broke Instagram. Terry, what's up, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Very different than I expected. My mind is very split. Eric says, use YouTube to support my business. Yeah, Josh, like you have a much more cinematography, filmmaking focused channel than Eric does. Whereas Eric's like wrestling with like, you know, topics about like being a young adult and like, you know, all of the different stuff that is like basically everything outside of career. So I can totally see how in his head it's split. But I mean, who's to say you're not going to get a client who's like, yo, Eric, we want you to do some vlog style video for us. And it's like going to be about, this, you're going to follow this couple on like a dating thing. And we're going to release it as a show on Facebook in like a 12 series show, which is great. Why doesn't somebody do that? Someone should pay you to do that, 'cause that's an awesome project. You know what I mean? Like the skill set that you're building, the stories you're capturing, the vulnerability, like creating a hook and like bringing us through, that's all super vital stuff for what you're doing in videography. So yeah, I just want you to think of yourself like a super, super important client. Yeah,
like
book it out like you would if you were one of your own clients. Yeah, Hingaff says. Cote Green, coffee on the couch on a Wednesday? Not complaining. What's up, Wanners? Yeah, we postponed it from a Tuesday. It used to be Sunday, then we changed it to Tuesday. Then I got home from New York yesterday and we changed it to Wednesday because that's how we roll. Treat yourself as a clown. No, I already read that. Start now. Yeah, I don't know. Still figuring it out. Yeah, dude. And that's the other thing is like, that's what it's about. It's just figuring it out. And you know, at the end of the day, if you make a lot of money with your clients, then you're going to have more time on your hands to take a month off and like strategize about what you want to do on YouTube and whatever. So, you know, I think that's priority number one for you is client work and just building, you know, just building that. Like, you know, you got to think if I'm just comparing you to me, like I spent 7 years not having to struggle with YouTube, just like trying to figure out client work before I even started to dabble with YouTube. So it's easy for me to say like, yeah, treat yourself as a client. Like I didn't do that for 7 years. I figured a lot of stuff out before I started having to figure out how to do that. And like I always like to say, arguably, I didn't do a great job at it because I lost that job that I had. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, just take time, figure it out, and have fun.
Oh, Josh says he's asking a friend for that couch surf. What days are you going to San Diego? Next week. It's
Get in on a Wednesday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, leave Saturday.
So Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night.
Yeah.
Yep. What's up, CGI nerd?
Terry, he's speaking at Social Media Marketing World conference.
Social Media Marketing World. Yeah. Figuring it out. I was cooking. Looks like I missed a good chunk. Slide Rec Dan says.
No, dude.
We're just chilling, bro.
I feel like we just got started.
We're just chilling. Just getting started. What niche do you think isn't being filled on YouTube? Probably all the niches are being filled pretty well on YouTube. So
there's so much out there.
Pick one that you like and go for it.
Connor Hunter wants to know, when should I start building my portfolio for photo and video work?
ASAP, immediately. What are your thoughts on a hobby you don't make money from? Did you see that in Pete's video the other day where he was talking about he was like getting a sewing machine and then he explained why? I thought that was really a very smart idea. Just the idea that like it's really good to have something that you enjoy doing that has nothing to do with how you make money. That is completely separate. Like the thing with us on YouTube is, or like specifically Josh Haynes for You and Josh Pavano, is like we do like what we do. Like I like making videos. I like watching videos. I like watching Netflix. I like watching, like it's all kind of connected. Social media, making videos, watching videos. And it's easy to just get stuck doing all that stuff because you're like, well, I do really like it. But I think it's a really smart idea to have a hobby that doesn't make money, that is just for entertainment, like for fun and to kind of use your brain in a different way. So I think that's fantastic.
Josh wants to take up cooking. Should definitely document that.
Yeah. Cody Reed, what's up, man? Cody Reed's in Wrightsville.
Oh.
Yeah.
Close. Anybody else have any questions?
I know the 3D education niche is in desperate need for content. Awesome. Terry, what did Terry say? Exactly, Wesley. Go to your niche. You are the niche. Made a video about that today. Got it. That's why I dance and practice Spanish. Videos would quickly start to drive me nuts, no matter how much I love them. Eric says.
Judith went through Harrisburg last week.
Fun.
You're so close.
Alejandro, I think the 3D education niche is like so dope, man.
Michael wants to know if your voice gets tired at the end of each day after speaking forcefully for the camera.
Good question. I do speak incredibly forcefully
in life
to the camera.
But I was also gonna say, like, you take it a tone up for when you're talking to the camera, but like you also
yeah. Like, I'll be honest, recently when I start editing my videos, I'm like, why am I yelling? Now all of you are going to be thinking this next time you watch a video. Like, so I was actually cognizant of it in this last video about the one wheel. And like, it was legit because I was on a windy street. I wasn't sure if my mic was working, which I don't think it was. I think because when I wrecked my camera, the thing got loose in it, so it doesn't always work. Like the connection doesn't always work. And there were like all these trucks driving by right next to me, and it was in New York City. So I was like yelling for good reason there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I mean, it's muscle memory for me. It was 365 days of just yelling into the camera. And now I don't know how to not yell at the camera. And it's getting hard for me to edit that. But also, I don't like necessarily when I'm talking like not at that elevated level. I don't like necessarily how like my energy comes off. Then when I'm editing, I'm like, man, why do I seem so bummed out? I wasn't. Like, I was excited. I was, so it's just it's that mix of like trying to convey the right emotion for what I'm actually feeling and have it come across the right way.
Right. Like in these moments, you're more chill. You're not like being forceful with your voice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
right.
like nighttime.
Yeah. Matt Hoffman, what's up? Put that on the shirt.
So Cody, ASMR is not going to be a thing.
No. But we could do it right now.
Oh.
What do you think? What do you think of that swallow? Was that?
Could you hear it?
What was I gonna say? Someone said, oh yeah, PhotoFin said people are now saying hug for hug instead of sub for sub. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, how many videos have been made on like sub for sub isn't a good way to go? Like, you're gonna tank your channel. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Annie said, what's something you've been wanting to explore more of?
Annie, what's up?
Could be in YouTube, hobby-wise, or life in general.
Explore more of the world, for sure. Like, just traveling. I just love traveling. I got to snowboard in Denver the other week, and that was like everything. I think it's really weird that I haven't been to the majority of the states in the United States of America. Like, this is my country. I haven't been to most places. I think that's weird. I really haven't been in the Southern Hemisphere hardly ever. Have I ever been in the Southern? Have you ever been in the Southern Hemisphere?
Where's the line?
It's like down in like Brazil.
No, then no.
Right.
I mean,
how crazy is that?
I've been to Costa Rica. We were Guatemala.
Yeah, that's not down
French
there.
West Indies, but that's all above.
Right.
South America.
Right.
So no.
So just everywhere in the whole world. Want to explore that more. But like topically, I want to get better at diplomacy. Like, one of my biggest goals in life is to help like connect people and help people who disagree still come to the table and just have discussions and just open conversation that can be in disagreement, but like still friendly and fun and good. And like, I have a natural knack for that, but I've never really like dived into it. So, diplomacy, man, what a dope answer. I feel good about that one. I felt good.
Oh.
And humility. Just kidding. Hey, Cody. I'm live right now as well. William says, dude, that is multitasking. He's live commenting on this live. This is rad.
Wow.
Sound my head from edit like, what the heck is that swallow noise? Josh says, awesome.
I was laughing at that earlier.
That's great, dude. Did everyone see Josh's Saved by the Bell 90s meets? Did you see it?
I need to. No.
You gotta see it.
I just saw it.
Right, it's on Instagram, and Instagram like broke. Oh, but he did put it on YouTube too.
Yeah, I need to go look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have it on my
so
to-do.
Good.
Maybe after this I'll watch it.
Puerto Rico.
But I love the girl. She had like her hair was how I used to wear my hair. Like, I have a school
no joke,
of,
yeah.
like, my ponytail with the
I loved it. It took me back, man. It was so good. Sunny asked Power Video this year. So I didn't get invited to Power Video last year until August. And like that's when they announced, like I think that a lot of people were like that. Like that's when they announced the speakers. So I don't know if I'm gonna get invited, but I will totally go. I think I might even have it like blocked on the calendar just in case I get invited. I'm hopeful that I do get invited because I think a lot of people who went last year asked for me to come back. So I hope that I do. But also, I just saw them post on social like an all new event. I was like, how all new is all new? You know what I'm saying? Like all new, no Cody. You know what I mean? Like Cody's already been there. So, yeah, just go ahead and tweet at Billy May and be like, hey, Billy, I would love to see Cody Warner come back to Power Video. You gotta come explore Massachusetts with Burke and I. Yeah, I do. Sounds good. I love Massachusetts. My parents went to college in Massachusetts and Quincy, Massachusetts. And I love it.
Yeah. I didn't know it was in Massachusetts.
Really?
I don't think so. I knew it was somewhere.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, every summer we would go to Maine and we would stop in Quincy, Massachusetts on the way to Maine and stay over for one night.
For like a memories.
Right where they went to college. Rad. What do you have coming up in San Diego? Dallas. That is social media marketing world. Are you in San Diego, dude? I know you have 3 dogs, but like they look like short-haired dogs. And like I can do dogs. I just take a lot of allergy medication. And your dogs look fantastic. And I saw them in the doorway and I just wanted to like wrestle them and snuggle them and hold them. And then be like, achoo, achoo. You know?
All stuffed up.
If you live, I live. Live. If you live, I live. Or live. Live for live, live for live. I don't know. Hug for hug, sub for sub.
Where is that?
They're right here. Cody for president, you say?
No.
No, thank you.
I don't want that.
For someone who hates traveling, I've been to way too many places in this world. Almighty media. Question: who was invited? Ooh, Slide Direct Dan. Who was invited for the One Wheel event? Seems like none of the YouTubers who modified their boards got invited. Yeah, I didn't see any modified boards there. So it was. I think the reason they held it in New York is because they wanted a lot of, or like they had invited a lot of East Coast people. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I think there were like a lot of local New York one-wheelers there. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen like, yeah, I really want to meet Jimmy Chang and Sly Dog Stro. And like, I want to meet those guys, you know, so that'd be fun. I'll just have to come to Chicago and Denver again.
A lot of people are going to Chicago this weekend.
I know. It's so dope.
Here. I'm talking about it. William, this wasn't like scheduled. This was tweeted about yesterday. Oh, Michael Rollins asked something my wife and I, it just jumped, are working through. How has YouTube changed the dynamics of your marriage? That's a good question.
Change the dynamics. I don't think the dynamics has changed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what we've just had to work at is communicating and like communicating if we need something.
Mm-hmm.
Or would like something more or less from the other one. And yeah, I mean, because of YouTube and Cody doing like Patreon and consults and different things like that, I want to help him in like the ways that I can. So that's, you know, I was doing a little bit of that with Cap, but now I feel like I'm a little bit more involved. So
It's dope.
that's not like necessarily a change. It's just more in a
Yeah.
marriage. It's more just like a working partnership in a way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I like to help with that. It's just a lot of more intentional communication.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was kind of different, maybe controversial.
Oh no.
Just kidding. Maybe I don't know. But so I think I've said this on lives before, and I actually did make a video about it in the last summer. But like when I was growing up, and then even through school and college, and then like the beginning of joining the work world, like no one would have ever said about me, like, that dude has a dope work ethic. Like they definitely wouldn't have said that because nobody uses dope in my life or circle. It's me. I'm the one who says that. But like people just like that. They would say a lot of nice things about me. They could have said a lot of nice things about me, but they wouldn't have said that like a work ethic was top of the list or even on the list per se. Like, as is often the case with a lot of people with ADHD, like we do come off very lazy trying to do like apply the most minimal amount of effort to get the desired result, which can oftentimes like lead to good advancements or whatever. But when I started vlogging, like I felt like it was kind of like a line in the sand moment where I had just chosen to be someone with like an incredibly strong work ethic. And then like I just kept choosing that every single day. And I think I noticed you noticed that, and so that felt really good for me because like Amber comes from a family with just like this insane work ethic. So for me, it felt really good to be like, yeah, like now I'm part of the work ethic club, and then, so the reason I said all that was just to say, like, when my channel really started to explode and like, then I got Creator on the Rise and then went out on the West Coast and like did that whole collab tour. Amber said, like, I remember you actually said one time to me directly, you were like, just do whatever you've got to do. Like, just capitalize on this. Like, whatever you got to do, just do it. And that felt like, you know how you always sort of feel guilty for working and like, even though you know that it's good for your family and like your career, because like what's good for my career is good for our family, like good for our relationship, you always feel kind of guilty because you're not spending as much time at home or whatever. So that was like the first time I ever felt like I still felt, sad and would still try to be home and whatever as much as possible and like try to be doing datey type stuff because like we weren't doing date nights or anything. But like just trying to still have a good, strong relationship.
Right.
But like I just felt like I had permission to just like go all in and spend hours and travel and grind as hard as I could because you had kind of said like just go all in, like go do whatever you've got to do.
And I think
that was an amazing feeling.
I think with that I also was like, I will tell you when I need more of you. And so then like a month or two later, I'm like, okay, I need more of you. Can you adjust? And you did. And so I think that's kind of what it's about. Like, that's why I said the communication piece. And when you were talking, I think something that struck me too, and just so you know, I still feel that way. All the opportunities that are coming to you, I'm still so excited. Like we were just talking about one tonight. I'm so excited / jealous because like I want to be with you doing these things.
Right.
But often I do feel like it's not a great time with the kids and the ages and the needs and stuff. But that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
But one thing that I was aware of, I think in the fall, we were talking with our friends and I was starting to feel this real big shift in, I know, I don't know why I didn't feel this as much earlier on, but just in the importance of shared experiences in marriage and the experiences that Cody is having, especially now with the opportunities that he's had to travel and do different things. Like, I can't necessarily relate to that, or even just being, you know, on YouTube or this is me kind of like engaging with that a little bit, but I can't fully understand or relate to all that's happening in his life. And yet, like, my life is pretty much the same day to day. And so we just have like it sometimes feels like we live very different lives and we're bringing them together at the end of most days, or starting the days together. So I think that also is important to like communicate, and how can we be sharing our experiences more?
Just more shared experience.
We should have more shared experiences, but then also helping each other, like communicating about our individual experiences. So we're feeling, at least for me, I don't necessarily know that you would need that, but I do share things with you about the girls, especially because it's like they're kids and it's fun to know, and you would like to know these things, Similarly, I want to try to like have that glimpse. I think, which is part of the reason why I miss the daily, because I'd be seeing what your day was like or what your thoughts were in that moment.
And you could like even bring it up and be like,
right. And then lead
we'd
into
like
more
sort of talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's easier to know what's going on inside my head daily. You had like one glimpse at least daily.
Right.
Whereas now there might be a day that goes by where life just is happening and you're not like, so what did you think about today?
Right.
Yeah. Good questions. Dr. Craig Shoot. No, we're good. I think everyone was just listening attentively. Okay. Dr. Craig Shoot said ADHA, attention deficit hyperactivity ability, not disability or disorder.
I like that.
Yeah,
the DSM
we talked about that a lot.
Readjust all of those diagnoses.
Avery's just having a really hard time tonight.
I might have to go.
Oh, she's standing up.
I'll be back.
What was everyone saying?
The chat is silent.
The chat is silent. Cody, what are your thoughts on changing it? Oh, yeah, I think it's great. And I think you should definitely make a video explaining the change. I think that's a great excuse for a video. I'm also saying that like not knowing what your channel is about. So if it's not like a very vloggy channel, then that might be weird to like make an explanatory video. But if you have a channel where you feel like people are comfortable with you, they want to know what's going on with you, then I'd say definitely change the name and definitely make a video about this is why we decided to change it. All paths lead to water. Mega rad. You doing VidSummit this year, Cody? I'm not sure. I haven't been invited to that one yet either, but I will go if I get invited. Loved that convo, Dylan Warner says. Amber Warner, do you help with Cody's channel directly at all? I'd love to get my wife to hang more in my vlog. She doesn't. What she does mostly is she schedules all of my consults, both group and one-on-one consults for me on Patreon, which is really helpful. But other than that, she doesn't really do any like management of videos or metadata or titles and descriptions and all that sort of thing. And I think part of that is just because like I'm such a perfectionist. I just like to have a hand in everything, which, is something to, to actively try to get over. But yeah, other than that, she doesn't do much like directly on YouTube. Yeah, Blizzard. I just saw. So Jimmy Chang just posted a video. And there's like this crazy cyclone bomb or something. Isn't that what it's called? In Denver. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Jane, hey. So rad that Amber's so cool with Cody's YouTube life. Been a while. Here's all the high fives to make up for last time. Nick, high five. Cody, what do you think about spending money on travel instead of gear? I'm always on this constant battle, I think. I just love getting gear and I need it. Here's what I think about that, dude. I actually almost made a video on this topic back when I was going to go to India, but the trip fell through. I legit was like ready to pull the trigger on this lens, on a new lens. That was like $1,000. And then, was it a lens? I think it was a lens. I haven't gotten it since then. But then I realized that like a flight to India was like $1,200 and this lens was $1,000. And I just, the idea for the video, which I'll hopefully still make at some point in the future, is experience over equipment. You know, like, yes, we all need better gear and we all need to make stuff that looks awesome. And we need gear that like makes our lives easier and makes it easier for us to capture content and easier for us to like create the videos that we want to create and more efficient and more fun and all of that stuff. Like gear is important. It's an important piece. But in my mind, you know, like the setup I have, I can make stuff with it, you know, and I'm good at making stuff with it. And at the end of the day, $1,000 for me spent on a new lens is going to affect my life nowhere near as much as, you know, it was going to be like 6 days in India. Because experiences, memories, everything I would have captured with my camera that works fine without a zoom lens or whatever, what, you know, that content would be so much more incredible and impactful on my own life. So experience over equipment, I think, was the idea for the video. So that's how I feel about travel. I mean, yeah, like if your stuff isn't working, if it's slowing you down, if it's, especially when technology is like messing up, like if your camera's turning off when you're recording or something like that, then like by all means, put your foot down, get a new piece of gear. But if everything's working fine and you can make videos and tell stories, then go on the trips. I feel strongly about that. What?
I gotta get you a charger.
Low battery. Oh no. I think actually, is this my backpack? Yeah, I have one right here.
Will it reach?
Right over. Yeah, it'll reach over to that one. I don't know if it'll plug in underneath that thing though. Thanks. Yeah, Rob, that was awesome to meet up. I was glad that talk and just hang went really good. What? Yeah, I think so.
Like, oh,
Solid choice. Right.
Yep, go to Chicago instead of a camera body.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob's on here. Did you already say that?
Who?
Who you're talking to in 15
Oh,
minutes?
fun. Rob, what's up? Should we just do our consult live?
A live consult.
Just kidding, man. I don't even know how to do that. That's not even an option. Dude, Finn, you're using a T3i, man? Right, like that's perfect case in point. I thought for sure you had like ADD. You know what I mean? So not ADD, an ADD. You know? Yeah. I think I might made the right call going to Chicago instead of getting another camera body. You sure did.
I already did that one.
Oh, sorry. We're just using this little Marantz turret with the built-in camera, but I do have like a capture card coming, so I'm going to be able to use my GH5 soon. But yeah, just and then streaming off of YouTube's like browser-based tool. William, travel
Going to Europe
Todd,
for
what's
21
up?
days.
What?
Cote
Freaking out a little. Why not?
going to Europe for 21 days.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Sure day, like exactly. Like that is exactly what I'm talking about. Like yeah, exactly. Pentax, but hey, it works. Felt that. I chose my spontaneous flight over Lens. It's rad. Beth doesn't want me to get one whale. That just benefits me, whereas traveling and adventures benefits the whole family. Yeah. But you still got to spend the money on the one wheel.
It's still an experience.
It is. It's a daily experience for me, and I love it. But yeah, I get it. I totally get that.
Mean, I think that Rob's married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen to your wife.
That's important.
But I've been enjoying the experience of riding on Cody's one wheel. So
it's true.
That's just why I said it's an experience.
Any last minute questions? Or anything you want to talk about before we go? Did Instagram come back yet? 35th country. I need to travel. That's awesome, Josh. Glass over body. What? If someone didn't know that we were talking about cinematography, that would be a really weird sentence, Josh Haynes. Thank you for the answers. You got it, Michael.
Jane asked what made us happy this week. What makes you happy this week?
What makes you happy this week?
I for sure know my answer. The past 2 days have been warmer. And so we've gone to the park and been outside. And just everybody is happier when we can be outside. So.
Gabe, drop that dope vid. Everybody go watch Gabe's vid when he drops it. Moon landing, real. Last question from Slide Rectan. What state do you want to see most that you haven't yet? New Mexico.
Oh.
I made a video of the gear that matters or not. Should I hustle and make a video for tonight? Yeah, dude. Do it. Go for it. Just my buddy walked into Facebook HQ and asked what everything went down. An engineer ran a query and broke everything. It's good. Got to fail to win.
I think I want to see Utah. Somebody just posted something about like I never anticipated falling in love with Utah, and it was like
no, Utah is incredible. We're gonna get to there? Utah this year. No,
yeah,
no, but my dad has, and he took a lot of photos.
Yeah.
Boot Sauce. No, dude, I haven't heard of that song, band. Who here has seen the Cody Warner vlog anthem? I want to be in Ireland for a short layover. I really want to go to Alaska.
Oh, I didn't think of. I would love to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Just the time it takes.
That's not in
there.
The contiguous United States is the issue.
Yeah, but it's part of.
I know. That's true. Whenever I think United States, I don't even think of Alaska and Hawaii. Yeah. Because they're not in the.
Yeah.
But you're right. I would love to go to both Alaska and Hawaii like immediately. All right, everybody. I got to go get ready for this consult and we got to go. So you know the drill. Don't forget to hit like before you leave this.
Oh, yeah. And also, most of my Twitter is about Cody or this Coffee on the Couch. So I don't know if we're going to have it next Tuesday night or not. Because that'll be your last night, but you're home for a little bit. We'll see.
Judy, I forgot to tell you, Jane, I forgot to tell you what my happiest thing is, but I can't actually tell you what it is. But I got like a really cool email today about a really cool thing that's happening very soon. And that's what's making me really happy. I don't know. I mean, it's not like public yet, right. Yeah.
It's not for you. Yeah.
So get excited about whatever that is. Sorry to be so mysterious. All right, drop those drop those
Happy birthday to Mark.
emojis. Happy birthday, Mark. One wheel.
Keep on keeping on. There's a one wheel?
No, he did
Oh.
like a surfboard and he said one wheel. Emojis about how you're feeling. That's what everybody's
Yep.
doing. How are you feeling? Drop those emojis. Vid dropped. Go watch Gabe's vid. Whoa. Won't work. Mark, thanks for being here. I think it's 3 a.m. for Mark.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah.
I think it must have just turned his
Wow,
birthday.
dude. Wow.
Way to start your birthday.
Yeah, man. I feel like a taco. Man, I could use a taco right now,
Yeah,
Finn.
that does sound really good.
With the avocados on it. Slide Rec Dan.
Yeah, mix the emojis.
Mm-hmm.
Add them to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Got some happiness and some coffee.
2 a.m. for Sunny. Dude, this is dedication. Thank you for hopping on.
Man, I hope I'm
Tacos. David Bowen. Josh
Donuts?
Haynes.
I could have a donut.
Rob, you can't record it, but I'll record it. And then actually, I probably can give access for you to record it on Zoom. But I'll record it and you can have access to my recording as well. Show. All I want is food. All right, everybody. See you later. Good night. Thanks so much for being here.